Hi, I'm Aiden Spencer, the 2021 Youth in Action STEM Pillar winner, sponsored by HughesNet. And I'm here today to talk to Nick Ferrant, a senior systems engineer with HughesNet Systems. I have been a part of 4-H for 6 years, loved working with robotics and STEM career fields to help kids really understand my passion for STEM and to understand how STEM, 4-H, and HughesNet can have an impact on your life. Thanks for joining me today, Nick.
Thanks, Aidan. I'm very excited to talk with you. It's always great to talk to future STEM leaders like yourself. It's my understanding that you've done a lot with robotics. You've started, several robotics teams in Oklahoma. It's really impressive.
Yes, thank you. I kind of fell into STEM unexpectedly. I had been through a pretty tragic time in my life when I had gotten in a car accident and was restricted to a back brace and lost my house during a house fire. And I was kind of in a pretty bad place at that time. And my friends decided to take me to their 4-H robotics club. And so from that point on, I found that I had a love for STEM. And I learned that, not everyone really gets that opportunity to understand STEM or gets that opportunity to experience it firsthand. And so I wanted to give everyone that opportunity by starting robotics clubs, leading events, and making sure everyone was included and everyone could understand how important STEM and 4-H can be. So tell me, how did you find your career in STEM with Hughes?
My career kind of started, very early on. Both my parents were educators. My dad was an agriculture teacher, so he had a lot of involvement with 4-H. And it kind of first really started during there was like a tech vocational summer camp that I went to where they did web design, and that kind of creating and designing something really took.
And so what do you do today at Hughes?
Currently I'm in a role where we evaluate technologies for other teams in the company, and we help out with automating new and existing processes. So if they have a project where they need to stand up several systems, we kind of design the architecture, help automate that so that they can kind of manage these systems very easily.
Why do you think that STEM is important for young people and everyone to kind of experience?
I think that science and technology is really just a part of our daily lives, and it's just found in everything that we do. For example, like at Hughes, the internet that we provide is really a lifeline for many, especially during the pandemic. And we make it possible for people to connect with friends and family remotely, order food and groceries, and even work remotely now. So I just think that all of those things, like the grocery apps, the Zoom, all of that was designed by somebody, running on top of somebody's infrastructure. And so all of these solutions that are so important to us are really driven by what people want or think that people need. And, they put a lot of time and effort into that. And so, I think that those are just really great examples of what people can do when, they're really driven to come up with these kind of solutions.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. I know that I've definitely been impressed with some of the work that Hughes has done. And, internet is definitely, something that everyone needs to have access to now for school, for work. I'm really curious, what are some up and coming technologies that you think are, gonna explode in the STEM field?
I think that machine learning will continue to be, a big driver in the industry, mainly to predict things like equipment failure or, even to analyze those failures and do diagnostics. Not just with, like software, but with the physical hardware that you find in factories. I think that will be a very important factor. Hughes, we do some machine learning to kind of predict failures with like our terminals and items like that. So I think that will be continue to be a big driver in the industry.
What advice would you give to 4-Hers or young people in general looking to pursue a career in STEM? And what advice would you give your younger self, because you've been through it all?
I think it's very important to kind of build a solid foundation on the basics, keeping it simple. There's a lot of complex software and infrastructure out there, but at the end of the day, it's really just all made up of simple things that combined make it complex. So really building that solid foundation, I think is the most important thing.
Thank you, Nick, for your time. It has been great to hear about your experiences with STEM and 4-H and Hughes. So thank you everyone else who tuned in with us. It has been a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that I got this chance to talk to you.
No, thank you very much. It was a real pleasure talking to you, and wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you everyone who tuned in today. To learn more about how you can get involved with STEM and 4-H or participate in STEM activities you can do at home, visit 4-H at home at 4h.org. Thank you.